Hello and happy birthday to my Geminis. Hello, Geminis. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Happy birthday, Geminis. Happy birthday. All right, Geminis. We're in a gibbous moon phase, right? So far. These readings are general, so take only what resonates with you. We are doing giveaways as we always do for your birthday. So part of the giveaways are for your birthday giveaways. So text me 202-460-3205. It's on the in the description of all of my videos below. So get on my calendar if you can, or just call me. I mean, just not call me, please. Send me a text message and I'll manually schedule. I'll text you back and just manually schedule you. But we're going to just dive right in. I've already prayed over your cards. We are going to dive into your reading. Gibbous moon phases we're getting closer and closer to a full moon. And while these readings are timeless, some of the things that you can do to prepare for a full moon is self-confidence, rituals. Um, you can focus on healing, self-care, restorative activities. You can also journal about your goals and see where you can refine them. You can do some workings for growth and success. The moon, I believe, is in Leo, so get out and get some sun. So some of the things you can do is toss some things into a burning bowl, like confusion, getting away from energies who you may be outgrown. You all rule third house. And you're ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is not retrograde. So there's still time, this clear thinking that you have, it's not retrograde. So everything is coming in very clear. So stop dating people that represent your shadow self. You've healed. There you go. Everything is coming in real clear. That's platonic friends, all of that. You know, you've healed from some things. The source is saying your confidence level is, boosting, even staying in contact with certain people from your past that you may have dated in the past. You know, that can even contaminate you all. So we're going to just dive right into your reading. Sometimes exes stay, in contact with each other, but that can even contaminate. They may be just trying to stay in your lives just to kind of sort of keep tabs on who you're with now, but that could be contaminating something new coming across your path. So protect your energy. Protect your energy. Get out, get some sun. Yeah, get out and get some sun, Geminis. But again, happy birthday to each and every one of you all. Sometimes even keeping in contact with old friends, they may still have some of that same confusion, connected to them. They could still be sort of connected to some people who still gossiping and talking about things you're not even interested in anymore. So time is precious, All right, let's get into it. Let's get an angel number here, 752. Try. Yeah, you all love to learn. So learn something new. So there's something you want to do deep down, but you feel that you may not ever be able to actually do it. So your angels remind you that you don't have to be an expert at something, but just go for it, right? So something that you want to do, it's time to download that foreign language app, try a new recipe, or look into steps for starting the new vegetable garden that you've always dreamed of, but do something new that you never thought that you could do. In other words, Geminis, you all love to learn. You all know that, right? You're closing out a cycle in something that you may have been afraid to learn how to do and may have just been kind of sort of hanging around other energies that's just kind of keeping you stuck, but it's been disrupting your peace. So it's saying and keeping you stuck, disrupting your peace. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, not good. Get outside and get some sun, boost your confidence. So if you want to try something new, like I said, download that new language app, take a class, do something, because then that'll keep you busy. That way you really are busy. So if that person, like I said, wants to reach out to you just to keep you distracted, you really are not available. You really aren't available. You're in your new class. You're trying something new. So, but yeah, that's what this gibbous moon in Leo is going to help you learn how to do, because you're getting closer and closer to that full moon. And so you don't want energies pulling on your energy that you don't have the same things in common anymore. So, question is, what bold steps can you take to now align with your creative destiny? And that's something that you're going to do. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. Maybe downloading some apps that's going to help you to learn something new. It's a perfect time to do it. A time to ground yourselves. Get outside and get some sun. Keep on moving forward. Oh, I'm not sure if you all can see that. Yeah. Keep moving forward. Somebody's an incubus. So they may be overtaken by, operating in the flesh. And that would be their cross to bear. And that's not something that you can pray for someone, have compassion, not judging anybody. Because remember, Pluto is still retrograde. So you want to rise above the judgment and, not harshly judge another person, because your temptation could be different from theirs. So who are we to judge, right? But it's all becoming clearer to you now. So somebody may be really struggling with something. So that's where the compassion comes in. But make room for a new blessing. Relax. And the idle time is the devil's workshop. So somebody could be really, really struggling with something. And theirs happens to be a flex demon. So I have to use that word. Now, if we were on the Patreon side, I could say it. But over here on this side, I have to be careful with it. Because it could generate some commercials I don't want to come out on YouTube side. So you're going to have to be the one to stop going along with the flow. You're going to have to be the one that says, okay, I'm going to have to build up my confidence in the gibbous moon in Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun. You're going to have to get out and, during the day, out in that sunlight, and recharge your batteries so that you'll have the strength. Leo's card is a sun card. You're going to have the strength to say no to some things, and in truth, not be lying about it. Hey, maybe you downloaded an app. Maybe you're busy taking some classes, right? So you don't have to lie. You're doing something that is feeding your soul. So something is becoming clear. They have a Python spirit because they're ashamed that they cannot, that's a cross that they can't bear. And so they may be around people who are feeding that temptation for them. So they want the best for you, So the new one is extra special. So, but yeah. So speak something into existence. So the new one could be like a new class. New one is not always a person. Okay, just so we're crystal clear. It could be a new love, but new one could be a new class. It could be a new hobby. It could be whatever one is for you, person, place, or thing, right? Um, it could be, I'll just say person, place, or thing, but get focused, right? Get focused. So somebody's ex wants to return. So drink more water as a form of self-care. So you have the gift of clear cognizance, because as your confidence level builds and you're doing things to pour into yourself, you're flushing things out that could have caused you to be an emotional eater. Maybe that was your cross to bear. Maybe eating was your cross to bear. Some people, that's why I said, nobody really can stand in judgment of what another person's cross is to bear, like their demons, their temptations, right? But you have the gift of clear cognizance, that psychic knowledge about other people. So love up on yourselves more. Yeah, see this turn to the side, X, right? So remember, idle time is the devil's workshop. If somebody figures that you may be distracted, too distracted to notice something. So you have the gift of clear audience. This is clear listening. So you hear what people say, but you hear what they're not saying too, right? These things flow to you like water, right? So your new home awaits. Alrighty, let's get into tarot. All right, so drop a comment below. Let me know how you guys' birthdays are going. I kind of know because some of the comments that you all have been putting down below. So yeah, but that's what the moon in Leo is all about. It's about building your confidence, Gemini. Yeah, it's about building your confidence. Yeah, it's about building your confidence. All right, let's do it. Let's get into it. All right, so yeah. So this is just kind of like how you're built. This is how you have an innate spiritual understanding of things. This is just kind of sort of how you're built. You are a person who loves to learn. That's just how Geminis in general are built. You all just love to learn. You're ruled by that planet, Mercury, right? The communication, the messenger planet. But another thing that people kind of sort of forget about Mercury is it's the knowledge and learning planet. So something that you learned about yourself that you may not have known before is that you love knowledge, you love learning, right? So yeah. So here's the Page of Wands. So when people try to send a message of being shady, towards you, you're sending a message that, hey, you're free. You're free. You love to learn. So people are just inspired by different things. Yeah. So here we have the Six of Swords here. Yeah, it's not a competition. Something's not a competition. You love to learn. So it's not a competition. Um, I don't know who this is for. Somebody may have felt like one energy was chosen over another. I mean, yeah, but see, when you know when you realize what someone else's cross to bear is, it's not. You got to remember something. I feel like here's the Page of Wands here. So Page of Wands is developed between the ages of 15 through 21, right? So this is what I'm picking up on. What I'm picking up on is this could be someone's child or adult child, right? And there could be someone who thinks that that you are their competition. So either you are the parent, you could be an older sibling, you could be an older family member. Somebody really thinks that you're a competition, which is ridiculous because you have been in their life, right? So you're moving on because you've known them longer. Whoever this is, you've known them longer. So you know what their demon is. You've known what their demons are. Um, so a person being shady towards you don't have to give that any air whatsoever. When you know somebody's demon, like you know what their type is, yep. Like I said, you don't have to give it any air. You don't have to give something any air. Yeah, you don't have to give anything some air. So yeah, you just see something at a higher frequency. Yeah, you see something at a higher frequency. Yeah. So you're praying for someone's strength, right? So here we have the Four of Cups here. Yeah. It looks like you've tapped into something else. Looks like you're creating something else, right? So here we have the Seven of Pentacles, and I see that growing. So yeah. So it looks like the Four of Wands here. This is interesting for you. So it looks like two people here are celebrating something. You're celebrating something, but someone else, a younger person, is also celebrating something too, right? So this is you. You're down to earth. You're quite relatable. You get it. Yep. So I see big money coming across your path, right? So this could be you right here. So you could have a leadership position coming your way. So I see you being conservative with your time. That's why I said certain things you don't even need to give air to. Yeah. Yeah, certain things you don't need to give air to. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a judgment card here, and this is retrograde, right? This is retrograde. Judgment card. Yeah, you don't. I'm telling you, Gemini, do not get into any teenage competition. Don't even give any air to it. Yeah, you're not trying to get looped into any. I'm trying to help you. Look, Gemini, dark magician energy. Don't even get into it. So yeah, don't get into that. Y'all are an incredibly smart zodiac sign. Don't get into that. So just get focused on whatever it is you all are working on. I figure just looking at your cards here, it looks like you all are working on something. Just looking at your cards here. So yeah, do not get into that. Something is not a competition for you all because as an air sign, you all move from your heart chakra. So if people are trying to be shady to give, just when I tell you, don't give it no air, none, no air whatsoever. Keep it high vibrational. Here's the 4 Pentacles here. Like I said, be conservative with your time. Here's the Knight of Cups here. That's how you saving yourself. No air. I mean, just no conversation. 6 of Cups here. Yeah. Because a lot of your wishes are actually being fulfilled. Here's the King of Cups here. Yep. So, and then Queen of Cups. So continue pouring into you. When I say you have to give no air to it whatsoever, giving any air to it whatsoever would be communicating whatever it is that's going on in your life. Yeah. So yeah, that would be even talking about whatever is going on in your life. And I'm trying to help somebody here because this right here, the 9 of Wands here, if you're not going back in the physical or even in the spiritual sense, don't go back in the physical or the spiritual sense. Period. Don't go back in the physical or the spiritual sense. Somebody is dealing with 2 energies that do stuff behind people's backs. So yeah, just leave it alone. Yeah, you don't even need to be at an impasse with this. Yeah. So yeah, you're good. That's what this is. You are good, Geminis. Mm-hmm. That's when I'm trying to help somebody. Listen, you have no competition, just like they have no competition whatsoever. You're free. Whoever the younger energy here is free. Whether this is your sibling, whether this is your child, whether this is whoever. I can't say parent because a parent would be younger than you are, but you have a youthful spirit. So yeah, you're spending time with animals. Yeah. So if you're a person who is open and you inspire people in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and you know you're high vibrational, and these energies did something behind your back, seeing you as competition, and that's not who you are. Like I said, you're closing out the cycle in love. And if that's a part of your shadow, meaning your past, leave it in the past. All of it, everything that's connected to it in your past. So yeah, non-duality. So let your authentic humanity shine forth while also bowing to the inner divine. You can become fluent at both. There you go. Yeah, make no room for it. All right, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so the devil card is in the major arcana here. But that's the energy that I'm picking up on. Like I said, you're inspired by something else. So, yeah, here's the 4 of Cups here. Yeah. Yeah, this looks like it's the work of someone's ex. That's all this is. They're not interested in any of that whatsoever. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's none of your concern. This could be ex love interest, ex friend, ex family member, whoever. Ex is not always ex romantic, whatever. But this right here, stop dating people. So it could be somebody's ex love interest, whoever, right? So here we have the Seven of Wands and also the Temptations card, right? So yeah, something is closed out. Something is closed out. Yep. So congratulations to you all, Geminis. Good deal. Congratulations. I feel like I said, somebody has a leadership position here. So congratulations to you. I see you being more conservative with your time. Like I said, mutable signs, y'all have to be careful with just not going along with the flow of things, learning how to create very firm boundaries. Because what's kind of unsaid here is just your Saturn return, not solar return, Saturn return, right? And creating firm boundaries and enforcing those boundaries, right? So, and just like not just going along with the flow of what other people are inspired by, right? So, yeah. So that's what I have for you. So go out and get some sun. You got some really good things headed your way, some blessings coming your way. But yeah, that's what I have for you. So you're trying something new as two things have closed out for you to protect your peace. And I love it for you. So whoever you are, yeah, enjoy your enjoy these next 7 days for you. So let's see. Yeah, I think it's going to push you right into, let me see, third, 7, 10. Yeah, it's going to push you right into full moon, right into full moon. So FYI, even though these readings are timeless, even though the readings are timeless, um, I did put, if you all are on the community page, I did put information about all of the moon phases on the community page. So all that information is there. So that is what I have for you. I'll see you in the next video. And again, you want a free reading, or if you have any other ideas, I do have some books that I know the setup is a little different, but I do have some books that I'm going to be giving away also. And I'll probably mention those in the next video. So if you want to get on my calendar for a short free reading, then my number is below, like I mentioned in the beginning of the reading. And so I would love to talk to you all, for that. I've already talked to a couple of people, but yeah, I'm going to mention it in everybody's reading because I feel like a lot of people do have Gemini in their birth chart. So if you're a cross watcher, pull your birth chart, see if you have Gemini in your birth chart. But yeah, that's another thing that I try to offer every um, birthday season because I do enjoy talking to you all. Okay. All right. That's it. Bye.